Have you ever looked around and wondered why the people who cause the most harm seem so skilled at getting away with it? Why those who lie, manipulate, and drain your energy always find new ways to sneak into your peace? The truth is that darkness doesn't always come with a warning. Sometimes it wears a smile. Sometimes it sits right next to you, slowly unraveling your strength without raising its voice. But the Stoics knew, no one can steal your peace unless you hand it to them. Wisdom, once sharpened, becomes the greatest defense against cruelty. You don't need to shout or fight fire with fire. You need clarity, strategy, and the resolve to rise in silence and strike with understanding. Here are 8 Stoic tactics to navigate those shadows with calm authority, not to destroy others, but to protect your soul. Tactic 1. Master the art of silence. In a world obsessed with reaction, silence is a rare and misunderstood power. True strength often comes not from what you say, but from what you refuse to say. Manipulators thrive on provocation. They bait you with insults, push your emotional buttons, and wait for your anger to become their leverage. The moment you speak, they have a foothold. But when you meet their noise with stillness, when your face remains calm, your voice silent, your spirit unmoved, they are left grappling with their own emptiness. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that you always have the choice to withhold your opinion. Silence, in that sense, isn't absence, it's presence. It's a declaration that you are not available for their chaos. And sometimes the wisest battle is the one you never engage in. Tactic 2. Set unbreakable boundaries. Boundaries are not barriers to love. They are the foundation of self-respect. A life without them is lived at the mercy of others, tossed by every whim and drained by every demand. Quietly carve your lines in stone and declare, "This is where I end." Toxic people hate boundaries because they dismantle control. They will prod, twist, and guilt you into retreat. But every time you reinforce your line with calm resolve rather than rage, you reveal a power rooted not in defiance but in self-mastery. Upholding these limits may cost you acquaintances, but it makes room for the right people, those who respect you without testing you. Tactic 3. Refuse to play their games. Manipulators don't seek resolution, they seek control. Their favorite tactic is to draw you into a storm of blame, gaslighting, and cruelty disguised as concern. But the moment you try to explain or justify yourself, you step into their arena on their terms. Refuse their invitation. Look them in the eye with clarity and let your silence say, "I see through you, and I won't play." This refusal is not weakness. It is an act of emotional sovereignty. You are choosing not to drown in someone else's storm. Tactic 4. Turn their negativity into fuel. Every insult, doubt, or slight they throw your way is energy. You can let it poison you, or you can transform it. Stoicism teaches that the obstacle is the way. You don't always choose what happens to you, but you can choose to alchemize it. Let criticism sharpen your discipline. Use doubt to intensify your focus, and allow bitterness to ignite your growth. When you refuse to be defined by another's cruelty, you become unstoppable, not because you become like them, but because you become everything they hoped you'd never be: clear, powerful, purposeful. Tactic 5. Guard your mind like a fortress. Your mind is the citadel of your peace and vision. If toxic voices gain entrance, they don't need to conquer your actions. They've already captured your source. Defend your inner world ruthlessly. Refuse to internalize every critique. Reject narratives that shrink you, and refuse entry to thoughts that diminish your worth. Feed your mind only with truth, principle, and purpose. What you allow and becomes what shapes you. If you don't decide, someone else will. Tactic 6. Forgive, but never forget the lesson. Forgiveness is not erasing pain or pretending the wound never happened. It is the conscious choice to release yourself from bitterness while retaining the wisdom the hurt bestowed. Toxic people want you shackled to anger. When you forgive, you deny them that power. But forgiveness does not